I said, hey, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. I said, hey, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. We're gonna drink a fine whiskey and smoke a really fine cigar.
It is time for Happy Hour, the Man Cave Happy Hour, whiskey, cigars, spirits, the stories that go along with it. I would be Jamie Flanagan.
You are Jamie Flanagan. That over there is sexy Matt Fox.
The guy that's looking strangely at me and I want to go home with him would be August Kitchland.
Oh, anytime, buddy. I got room for you. I got a clean pillowcase.
Oh, yeah? Just one?
Yeah, just one.
Okay.
That's all I got left.
Oh, my. So socks by the side of the bed that aren't as clean as you'd want them to be. All right, so Man Cave Happy Hour. We are out and about. We're at Coonan's Brewery.
In Warren.
I always want to say distillery because it's always distill. And I'm always like, But we're the brewery and winery, the original OG location on Mount Road in Warren. Yeah. And they're having a brew master get-together.
What is it called?
Okay, it's the Coonan Guild of Brewers. That's it. And we are joined by 3 of the founders, and you can hear the club back there all drinking their beer right now. Everything you guys bring in here is your hobby beer, right?
Yes.
Correct.
All right, so tell us who you are, because both of you guys have been on this show, but different context.
I'm Barry Malso.
Mike Spears.
You were on our show once with the triaxle mead,
Right.
but you guys really started here as hobby brewers, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Tell us how that all got started.
Well,
Tell us about your childhood. No, tell us about your brew childhood.
how far back do we go? Do we go to England?
Wow.
Quickly.
All right. Quickly.
So there was a light, and I saw it, and
My mom and dad really liked each other.
No. Well, so it kind of goes like this: that Barry and I, we were teachers together, and we got to know each other pretty quickly. And we started talking like, oh, we're going to brew beer, right? Of course, at the time, we were probably going to brew what we thought was a great version of Bud Light. Right?
keep it, yeah.
And
That's like an oxymoron.
we talked out our asses for a couple, 3 years at least about doing this. And one of the things that we did as teachers, I'm a foreign language teacher, he's a social studies teacher, is that he does spike the douche.
Das war mein Hauptfach auf einmal.
So we were involved with a program that did student travel overseas. So we would chaperone dozens and dozens of kids all over the world, right? So we were on a trip to Great Britain and Ireland, and we tried for the first time.
Oh, my God. Cask conditioned ales. Specifically,
repeat that?
cask conditioned ales. Specifically, a lovely thing the British call a bitter.
A bitter.
And we fell in love.
Right, because
Still in love.
like we'd had the quote unquote micro brews before, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, that was a thing, and we liked that kind of stuff too. But we hadn't really experienced anything like this, like locally brewed, conditioned in a cask, in a basement, naturally carbonated, hand pull where they're pumping on this cask to pour the beer, and we're like, okay, this is what we want to make.
Yes.
Right?
And you hadn't made beer before.
We had not made beer yet.
We
We
were
were
still
talking about it.
about our keister thing.
And then
okay.
we actually named our first beer over there before we ever brewed it, but that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Well,
Her
it did
name-
involve a woman, but one of the teachers in our group, a couple of Welshmen took a fancy to her, and they thought Kit was quite the saucy minx.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they called her a saucy minx.
So we had a name for our beer. We just didn't have
a
the
beer
beer.
that has been put on tap here.
And it is
yes.
repeatedly on tap here now. Yes.
Yeah. The second they called her that, we're like, that's what we're going to call it. beer.
It was immediate. It was
Immediate.
like, oh my God, that's our beer name.
And when we got back, it was probably still another year. Then we brewed some beer and got to brewing, and
That was just
eventually
like in the
brewed saucy
driveway, or
minx
did you do it here? Or
in our driveways? Yeah.
went to a hardware store, bought some stuff?
Actually, our first batch was a stovetop batch, just using extract malts and malt extracts rather, and that was successful, and that was enough to get us going. And then we ended up in the driveway because you need to be outside to do that stuff.
Okay, so you made that beer. Then how did it end up becoming this club here that we're sitting amongst?
Go ahead.
There was already a small group, a core group of people that had started to meet but they were kind of moving in fits and starts. And we found out about it, showed up to a meeting one night, and we haven't stopped since.
Yeah, that was 2006, I believe.
Somewhere around there.
So we'd been brewing for a little bit at that point. So we came to the homebrew shop here. Actually, maybe it was even before that. Maybe
which was across the street here for a long time.
We'll have to look and
It's
see.
entirely possible.
The club is 20 years plus or minus a 2 at this point. So we came here to buy homebrew supplies. Met our pal Skip. Well, actually, it was Ray Sherwood the first time we came
was
in.
actually running the brew shop
Who's
initially.
the owner, brewer at Sherwood Brewing, and got us started here. And there was a homebrew club here, so they had just started it. There were maybe 8, 9, 10 core members that had founded it. Barry and I were the first new members beyond the people that had founded it, and we joined them, and we've been in the club ever since.
So, what did you bring something of your homebrew with you tonight to share here? Because I know that's what people do. Everyone brings something that they want to show off from their stash.
Homebrews and stuff. I don't currently have anything in the pipeline, so I didn't bring anything. But I did bring something.
Yes, this is fun.
This is
It's not brewed.
this is not a beer, and well, my family lovingly refers to this as the Hooch.
The Hooch.
My
Is
grandma
that with a
used to.
capital H or a W?
Absolutely with a capital H. And so my grandma used to make this, and it's real simple. It's just vodka, fruit, and sugar is really all it is.
Oh, you cook it down?
No, you just soak the fruit in it, and it'll extract the juices from the fruit.
Do you distill it in any way, shape, or form?
No,
You just cook it down?
It's already distilled, so basically we're just flavoring it.
Put it in the cup.
And
Put it in the cup.
I brought it, and the beautiful thing about this stuff is, I mean, it's 80 proof vodka, and
Are you allowed to say which kind of vodka? Or
I bought it in a very tall bottle at a warehouse club store.
So it's Kirkland.
And so my grandma would make this, and she always kept it in a cabinet by the kitchen table, and we'd be sitting around the table, my grandpa and I and my brother-in-law and my uncle. We'd be shooting the shit about whatever, and one of us would lean back, reach into the cabinet, and pull the bottle out. Well, then usually that was the end of any productive work or anything for the afternoon.
Oh, that doesn't suck.
Oh, you're surprised.
no, that does not suck.
And there's a really great story that goes with this.
It's a sleeper.
My brother-in-law's brother-in-law, Steve, we're all pretty tight. And while we were out to Grandma's and we were drinking on the Hooch, and Steve had to go home and help his wife, Jenny, decorate the Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. So Steve thought it was a good idea to get up on top of his roll-top desk to put the star on top of the tree.
Was the roll top up or down?
It was in position where it needed to be, but he was standing on the smooth top in his socks. And yes.
Wait.
You can predict
You
what
had
happened.
me at socks.
His feet shot out from under him. He ended up in the tree. He still can't live that one down. That was 30 years ago.
And that's because of the Hooch.
And that's all because of the Hooch. Yeah, Grandma's Hooch. And I'll tell you, we went through a lot of this stuff. So I stumbled on the recipe, Grandma's handwriting. So after I got done sobbing, I went, okay, got to make some. And this is it.
So what did you cook this down? Was it
It's real simple. You just throw frozen fruit and sugar into the vodka, and let it soak for 3 weeks, and then filter it out.
What kind of berries did you?
It's just raspberry.
Just raspberry.
This particular one. Yeah, we made a blackberry version, sort of a grandma's yeji, and
Okay.
but I gotta say it's better than actual yeji. But you can use any fruit you want to
Doesn't
use.
insult me. It's okay.
Yeah, I know that.
It's a bold statement.
That is a bold statement. Because we were just drinking on the ice bock earlier.
Oh yeah.
We had a bottle of ice bock.
Yes.
Raspberry.
Yeah, the raspberry ice.
Very Hoochy.
Yeah, it is. But when it's a lager, but on the back end, I looked at August and I'm like, yeah, wait for that yeji to kick in because it's very prominent because of that.
Oh, they put a ton of raspberry in it here.
But this is delicious.
Good. I'm glad you guys
Raspberry,
like it.
yeah.
And there's other fun games you can play with this too.
Sure.
Put it in prosecco or something like that. And
Oh yeah.
yeah.
What's a sleeper though?
It is.
It does not taste as strong as it is.
You can hear the gang has begun their social hour, and they're starting to all try each other's stuff and get a little bit louder.
The word
as the night goes on
comes to mind.
We call this the sharing of the brews. Okay. We have our meeting with business. There's usually business like what's coming up. We have a chili cook-off coming up on, I believe, the 19th. Whatever Sunday is closest to the 19th of August at the Second Kunin. Come support the club. Homebrew Festival in August, so we do a lot of planning for that. And then we also usually have an educational component to the meeting. So today we were talking about hops and IPAs. The last couple meetings we had Steve Smallenberg, who's been in the club for many, many years, talking about water profiles. And, that's a big part of brewing is the water chemistry. Here in Southeast Michigan, we're super fortunate. We have some of the best tap water on the planet.
It's really good for brewing beer.
Yeah.
But depending on the style of beer you're brewing, you may adjust the water chemicals. You might add certain sort of salts and things like that.
To it,
things like that. So he did all.
This is where it gets nerdy and cool.
It does.
Is
get
where
really
it gets nerdy and cool.
Yeah.
Those conversations, they start one way and then they sort of evolve. And at one point he's talking about something that wasn't on. It wasn't in the lesson, so to speak, but because somebody asked a question and it was fascinating. We have so many members with so many varying degrees of experience and years of experience that people will jump in. So the educational component to this club is great.
And not to mention, we have access to a lot of pro brewers in the area who just come and hang out.
Yeah.
Like when
does this happen on the monthly or on a quarterly?
It does on the first Monday
of every month.
I sometimes find myself here on the first Monday of the month.
Gee, I wonder why.
There's a plethora of folks from this club who have started as homebrewers and gone on to open breweries.
Yeah.
Yes.
Zach, the owner of Urban Rest, was a former member of our club.
Anthony.
Who else do we got?
At
Anthony
Someday
Gillimus at Someday. We have
Cadillac Straits.
Cadillac Straits.
Gary's
Gary's here.
Yep.
He's here. We have Stumblebum. He was in the club for a little while.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that a Lions play?
Kind of is.
Jamie's nickname in
So
college.
lots of folks. Don from 51 North is deceased. Don's not deceased. The brewery's deceased. But so we've had a lot of folks come through this club and open breweries. Barry and I are doing the meads for 4 years.
We have a beer that Nate put down. Someone grab that guy behind you and get him in a seat here for a second.
We need to talk about your beer.
He poured a beer here, and we're gonna someone surrender their spot here for a second. You get the crappy chair. Your name, rank, and serial number, sir.
Nathan Widener.
Founding home.
OG.
Okay.
Is a gets.
So you brought this over here, and you put it down in front of us. Like, okay, and I'm like, we're gonna get you on. Nate, what do we have here?
So this is it's a farmhouse ale that we brewed with Dan Rogers and one of our other founders, Ron Bridges.
Oh, I know Ron.
And we did it with Michigan cherries and left the pit in so you get a little bit of that kind of quality coming through at the end.
Holy carbonation.
Yeah, it's very carbonated.
Came flying right out of my mouth.
This beer was actually brewed right around the time that we were forming the club.
This is 20 years old?
Right around there. Yeah, probably about 18 years old. Yeah.
I vaguely remember this when it was
about 2008.
happening.
Yeah, around there.
The cherry character is amazing in that.
So
let me ask that question because that's the first thing that hits you is the carbonate. Why so heavily carbonated?
So it has
as a brewer, why so carbonated?
Yeah, it was aged with the wild yeast on top of it, so it continued to carbonate inside the bottle even after it sat there for all those years.
And you got to make sure that sucker doesn't blow up, then, huh?
So I did have a couple of them that were bottled.
Okay.
So
CO2 are your two byproducts of fermentation.
Right. So it continues to ferment in that bottle.
That's a control level that you have.
We got quite the squad here.
Sometimes they will blow up on you.
We got quite the squad of people here. So Nate, you're in. Spears, you go find someone for that chair now. Find someone to put in that chair.
I'll get somebody in this chair. I'll get something very interesting.
Yeah, you go out there. Go out there and recruit.
That's the first time I've been kicked out.
No, you're not getting kicked out. You're a recruiter. You're recruiting.
I have ideas.
Share.
So Nate, I know you used to work here. Did you start brewing from working here, or were you working here because you were brewing?
I was brewing here first and hanging out with there was
go
a
to the brew shop over across the street. Yeah, where I first got my wine kits and everything. All my supplies came from brewing world too.
Right on. Yeah. It was right on the other side here at Kunin Hardware.
Right on the other side of the other parking lot. Yeah.
Yep. So used to pick up all my supplies and everything, and met a lot of people in the club, or met people that were going to become the club. So yeah, it was an awesome time there. Yep.
Very cool.
Bill.
The one and only Bill Belair is joining us now. Welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour.
What's going on?
So, how long have you been a member of the club here?
6 years at KGOB. So 6 years. Before that, I was in a club called MENS, Metro-Enologists and Zymergists, out of Richmond.
It's faster.
Metro-Enologists and Zymergists. So, and we mostly did men.
That's very Joe Rogan-y sounding.
Exactly. And we did mostly wines. And I kind of like was their beer contingent, but they kind of dissolved. It was a bunch of old dudes drinking wine. And then after they kind of like folded up, I found a new club, and that was at KGOB. So,
how long have you been brewing your own?
Brewing started in 2007.
So we're in 2025 now. So you've got some.
I've been doing it a while.
Experience, if we will.
Yeah. Right? And I'm also I'm beer czar for the KGOB, and I'm the president and founder of the Michigan Mead Coalition.
Michigan Mead Coalition?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I actually brought 2 different meads here. If you guys want to try some meads.
Twist my arm.
So our first exposure to mead was a wholly decent exposure. That was the Triaxio guys. Having them on, they had them in studio. We had them in studio a couple years ago, honestly. And
yeah,
it was, I'd had their mead, of course, but these guys were predominantly a bourbon and spirits drinking podcast. So to have that mead come in was like, oh, what the hell? This is a thing. And especially they talked about how complex and they're getting the certain kinds of honey. So what are we looking at here?
So the 2 I have right now is a fire cider sizer. So a fire cider, if you've ever heard of an ice cider is they basically freeze out all the water out of cider and leave just the sugars and then ferment that. And it makes this very sweet, very alcoholic, very viscous cider. Well, I did kind of the opposite of that. I boiled cider for like 18 hours. So I went from it was like 18 gallons of cider down to 6 gallons of cider.
Wow. So concentrated the hell out of it.
Yeah, got rid of all the water out of that way.
What did your house smell like afterwards?
Oh, it smelled amazing. It smelled like just cooked apple pie. And then it boiled for like 23 hours. And then I used that and then dosed honey into it the entire time till the yeast just died out.
Was it like natural honey, or was it just honey out of the bottle?
No, it's this is actually made with fireweed honey. So it's actually honey made from the flowers that bloom after a forest fire in like the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, it doesn't get more specific than that.
My goodness gracious, man.
And this has won many awards.
On a full moon.
So literally the flower only happens.
It only blooms on a full moon every 12 years.
Of a virgin elk.
The flower only blooms and only comes up after a forest fire. And so this is the honey made from that.
And then a sizer, because they're probably not familiar with sizer, is the mix of a mead and a cider. It's a sizer.
So this is roughly half honey, half cider. And it's 15.5% alcohol.
Woo! All right, we'll give it a shot. It's not going to go crazy with these 15.5s here.
It's a school night, so they say.
It is a school night.
At the moment, it is.
This one's mine. Where's your lovely wife? She also is in the business, isn't she?
She is at home. Did not feel like drinking again, so she decided to stick at home and
that's very
read
responsible
a book
of her.
and hang out with the dog.
Any children?
No children.
Just the dog.
The dog. Just the dog.
Yeah. And the dog's name?
Cooper. Golden Doodle.
Yeah.
Most adorable thing in the planet.
Cooper's around. We've met Cooper several. Cooper comes around.
Cooper comes around a lot.
Wise eyes?
Oh, yeah, wise eyes.
Wise eyes, yeah.
That tastes like it took you 23 hours to get to the first ingredient. That's a lovely
This
flavor.
is not alcohol.
No,
this is infused water is what it is.
And this is
15%.
This is made at
Is that
home.
good?
Holy
Yeah.
Nikes, man.
Yeah, this is professional. Phil and Michelle
This
make
is-
professional level shit.
Wow.
Agreed.
Yeah.
100%. That is gorgeous.
So now when you're creating something like this at home, this isn't something that could be done on a grander scale.
Oh, it does.
They do. I mean, just because it seems like it'd be so cost prohibitive that this has just got to be a passion project.
I mean,
you're not going to find this. You're not going to find this tasting like this anywhere.
you don't find
I
a
think.
lot of this. No. But, I mean, ice ciders are made in a lot of, like northeastern Ontario.
Yeah.
And so you get a lot of ice ciders in Montreal areas, in northern New York, things like that. Niagara area has a lot of it too. And so ice ciders are a little more popular than fire ciders, but fire ciders are starting to become more of a thing, especially in areas that don't necessarily have great areas to freeze things.
It just seems the process just seems so cost prohibitive to really do on any kind of grand scale.
Because you have to wait for a fire.
Well,
These guys make ice wine in these locations in upstate New York and in Ontario.
yeah, we did. We had some ice wine with Mrs. Vino.
I will say,
That's gorgeous, though. That is.
with fireweed honey, this might be the only one I've ever had. But fireweed honey is used in, some meaderies and things like that too. It is very big on the homebrew circuits. People love that honey.
The circuit.
and so it's great.
I'm blown away. This is amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So the way we're going to do this, Bill, you're here. Nate, your turn to go find someone to put in that chair. And then we'll
do.
recruit somebody to bring some
Still,
over.
this is awesome.
In the
Thanks for
meantime, I did
That
have another one.
farmhouse was,
Yes, you
the
do.
bubbles in that were just so, bam, right in my
And
mouth.
this one is much less
So cool.
less alcohol.
What is that comparatively?
So this one is a Montmorency cherries with orange blossom honey, aged on Amburana wood. So Amburana wood is a wood from Brazil
Sorry, I gotta
that
do it again.
has this absolutely amazing spice and cinnamon character that you just can't get any other way, and it is it's magical. It literally makes any beverage just so much better.
And I'm sure it's beautiful, but I don't want to stray away from the from
There's a whole
this,
bottle.
from the fire cider. I don't want to stray away from that at all. But I will. It is gorgeous. It is amazing.
It also shows that even though it's a home brew club, like what they call
Ooh.
it, they're making wines and meads and
That is just-
ciders and ciders and all kind. Kombucha guys have come through here with, you know.
It's not a one-trick pony show.
It is not. It is not. No, there's a lot of creativity
It's okay if
in
I
this
mix the
room.
glass with what I.
Yeah, you're fine. This one, as big as it is and as lovely it is much more delicate than the one I'm pouring now, which is why I went with the more alcoholic
Careful with
version
that chair.
first.
And you put it in a Grolsch bottle. Is there a reason why you put it in a bottle with the cap on it like
yeah,
that?
because I poured it off tap at home. I literally was just
Right.
just dumped it into a
Oh, wow.
sanitized bottle.
So what should I expect from this? You said
So-
cinnamon.
Cinnamon,
Yeah.
nutmeg, baking
Holy
spices.
cow.
Right? All of that is coming from nothing but the wood.
Went right into my nose.
Yeah,
From
it
the
is
wood?
it's Montmorency cherries, honey, and Amburana wood. That is it. There is not a spice added to this.
So
at all.
now, do you have just like staves?
Wow.
Yeah.
So you just staves in with what you're doing, basically?
Cadillac Straits homebrew shop.
Yep.
They carry like spiral, so it's like
Yeah,
a stave.
that's where I get my stuff
But they
now.
just to maximize surface area, they create a spiral so it has lots of surface
Do you
area.
prefer the staves to the chips?
I do,
Yeah.
because they're easier to remove. They don't get
That's
caught in
there's a
the
lot of
siphon.
cheeseclothing, all the other stuff.
Yeah, and so they add it's like crazy amount of surface area. So
Yeah.
it infuses very quickly. This was in there for like 9 days.
As a winemaking guy, I always went with the dust and the chips.
The dust is garbage.
And it just makes a mess, really. I don't know that it has any more flavor. Maybe I'll start going staves now. I'm overdue for a batch. So
yeah, this is Montmorency cherries from Coloma, Michigan, which is like Southwest Michigan. And then they're half were pitted, half were not. And then it was in primary and secondary. And then aged in secondary with Amburana wood.
Let me ask you this question. If I wanted to seek this out for an event, for a wedding, for a birthday party, could I come to you and say, I really would love to have that bottle of...
he legally cannot sell it.
I legally cannot sell it.
Let's put that out there.
Okay, so that's why I'm asking the question. If someone wanted to seek you out, how does that work?
But if you want
A member of the club?
yeah, well, if you're a member of the club, anything. If you come to me and like, hey, I want to make these things. I make way more alcohol than I can ever consume in my lifetime.
I don't know if that's true.
Because I like to brew
a lot, buddy.
I like to brew more than I can drink.
Okay.
That you have introduced us to? My mind is blown.
I'm glad you liked it.
I am very, very pleased with what you have put in front of us. Oh my God!
So Bill, who has joined us at the table here?
This is Steve Smellensberg. Did I say that right?
Steve Smallenberg, yeah.
Smollenberg.
Steve, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour.
Thank you.
Is this Matt Fox? Jamie Flanagan? I'm August. We've crossed paths many times over the years.
Yeah.
And Steve makes some absolutely phenomenal beer.
So how long have you been first of all, start with how long have you been in the hobby, in the home brewing?
So I brewed my first extract batch in December of 2000, so 25
All right, so you're
years.
25 years.
25 years of brewery, yeah.
Okay.
Started out, my mom got my brother-in-law and I the bucket kit, the very, very basic thing.
Mother
And
did this.
yeah,
I love that.
it was a Christmas gift. She was like, I was fortunate. I had a friend who had been brewing for about 5 years at that point and had won at the state fair. And I'm like, I got to try this.
Some kids get erector sets. Some kids get homebrew kits.
Yeah, absolutely.
It wasn't 10.
Legos or brew kit. Legos
I was
or brew
already
kit.
30.
You were 30 years old.
Some kids get erector sets.
Right.
I never got an erector set.
Neither did I.
Yeah, but I had a friend who had brewed Michael Ireland. He used to do a Scotch podcast, by the way, a Scotch tasting podcast. So shout out to Mike. He was instrumental in me learning all the basics of the hobby. And the first thing he imparted to me when he's like, take copious notes, write everything down, keep track of what you're doing, and I can really credit that for my success and how I've developed in the hobby. And then the next big leap was joining a club, getting involved with a group of people who could taste and evaluate the beer that I've made and really give me constructive feedback.
Love that.
So I got two things here for you guys.
What'd you make here?
So I think there's enough for everybody to try this yet. This should put you, if you've had Duval, this should put you very much in mind of that style. It's a Belgian Golden
beer.
Strong.
Okay.
So it's a Belgian Golden Strong, about 9.5, 10%. Very dry finish. It's kind of it exemplifies the style for me. And one of the things they say about Belgian beers is digestibility.
It's now Bill's job to get someone in that seat. Okay.
Thanks, Bill.
Okay. Sorry, Steve. Sorry to interrupt.
So they talk about the digestibility of Belgian beers.
Oh, stomach.
Yeah, so what they're really talking about is it should complement a food. It shouldn't supersede what you're eating. It shouldn't make you full. So a lot of the time you're going to get a dry character, a dry finish to it. And one of the things I hope you'll notice when you taste this is you don't taste the alcohol. It's a 9.5% beer. It does not taste like.
I'm a Catchy Cafe guy. I'm there.
Okay.
So the Belgian beers are my favorites. I love all my Belgian styles, like all the way to the fruited ones and the Flemish ales. But man, Belgian yeast makes me fart.
Yeah, for sure. You'll have that. And that's one of the things.
Thank God my girlfriend's out of town because it'll be like brigadoon brigadow tomorrow morning. You know?
Yeah, Duval in particular. You don't find this beer anywhere in the world in a keg. It's bottle conditioned.
You're absolutely right.
Exclusively.
I've only seen it in bottle. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's because it's almost And it looks like you guys got the dregs a little bit, so you got.
That's okay. I'm going to fart more.
It's a bit cloudy.
Yeah, so you got some of the. So one of the things about this is to get when Duval does this, they ferment to almost 4 volumes of CO2, which is kind of unheard of. Like you have to use a special glass in order to keep it from bursting the bottles.
Right. The pressure.
Is that why it's a taller bottle, or?
Well, that was part of why I used the taller bottle. Yeah, this is a heavy-duty glass, and that is part of why you have that much sediment at the bottom of it too. Unfortunately, by the time I got over here, we were to the last.
I knew what I was getting into when we're at this club. I've had plenty, but there's also some flavor in that I think is a little different. Were you attempting to clone Duval with this?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know, or just put your own spin on that style. Okay.
Yeah. So this particular version of this recipe, this is about the 4th time I've brewed this. On my 2nd attempt, I got first place in the national qualifier with it.
Nice.
I've been trying to, I got to get back there, get it back to nationals again.
So are you tweaking it every time you? So it's your 4th time. Are you tweaking a little bit?
Just very slightly.
Okay.
I feel like the recipe is about spot on. What I'm really trying to do now is dial in the right amount of bottling sugar, so I get that champagne-like fermentation. It's that really, really high volume of foam that's just signature to this beer.
Side of the glass, the foam is sitting on the side of the glass, really, really nicely. I think you said foam, right? FOAM?
Yeah.
It's a very dry finish.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
very nice.
And that's one of the big things about this style. It's you're trying to get it to a point to where it just leaves you. It complements food. It doesn't overtake something that you're having with it, but it's got a lot of flavor to itself.
And we do drink a lot of whiskey and bourbon on the show, and we talk about legs on a bourbon, right?
Yeah.
And this has got some legs on it.
You've heard some of these these home brewers talk about their viscosity.
Yeah.
And they've used that word, which we also use when we're drinking bourbons on the show.
Yeah. Oh, this is beautiful.
Well, it's a nice transition into the other beer I've got here.
All right, I made room.
This is an American barley wine. An American barley wine.
All right.
So if you want to have something that has legs, you should see that viscosity in this beer. This is
I do like legs.
I call this beer Finding El Dorado.
Finding El Dorado. I like that.
And that's because that's the name of the main hop that was used in it. It's called El Dorado. This is about 12% ABV beer.
Barley wine is my personal favorite style of beer.
I really like. I prefer
for
the
American
English.
beers. I mean, I love my Belgian. So I'll go with like a Chimay Blue for Thanksgiving all year.
Yeah,
that's my jam. But
this reminds me of Alaskan Ale. Alaskan Amber, I should say.
Yeah, the color is going to remind you that you're probably going to find a little more alcohol there and a little bit thicker. But this was a State Fair Gold Medal winner this year.
Congratulations!
So, these gentlemen here have tried their first ever rice IPA. They tried their first ever Old Ale, their first ever Eisbach, and I'm going to venture this is probably your first ever barley wine.
Barley wine?
Yeah. This is a barley wine style. Probably the first you've ever had.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm fortunate enough to, travel the country with Brett and Eric, going to all these festivals and trying this stuff. And crashing their Monday nights for the last couple of years with Barry. So
fair.
It's interesting because it's an English style originally, and then the American take on it is just a hoppier version of, but it's got all that deep malt character, but you're bringing some of that the special notes of sometimes tropical fruits and other things that you get from the hops into that mix.
This is a great home version of. I drink Komras, which is a Polish barley wine that I get at. I live in Hamtramck. Like let's walk up to Schrodex. They're like $7 a bottle for these 16 ounce, and it's delicious. I love cracking that high octane sucker open while I'm watching a ball game. That's my barley wine of choice right now.
So this was a 12%.
Yeah,
12%.
It's about 12%. Yeah.
God, man,
deceptive.
My uncle down in Florida, he would sit down and he would taste everything. He's got a receipt from what is that restaurant? It's like a brewery that's in Florida, and they just got beers from around the world. And his receipt, what's that? But he was saying he would love this stuff. He would love what you guys do here. Absolutely love it. Because I'm loving it. So
Yeah, we're very fortunate and a little spoiled. I mean, there's the quality of the brewers in this club. It's pretty good.
It's dangerously good.
It's dangerously good.
It's dangerously good. Yeah, you guys you do a great job.
yeah,
Thank you.
That's why I crash all your Monday nights.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity to share my beers and talk with you guys. And
So who has sat down next to you?
so Doug Voltus.
Doug. How you doing, Doug?
So
Good.
Doug,
How are you guys doing?
Welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour.
Thank you.
So now,
Doug,
Steve,
did I pronounce your last name right?
Both ice.
now,
Repeat
you know
that
your
twice.
job is to get us one more
Both ice.
person.
All right, I will find somebody for you.
Thanks
Thanks,
so much.
guys.
It's studs.
Thank you very, very much.
Great having you, man.
Honestly.
It's delicious.
All right, your job is to find someone to fill that chair.
All right, so tell us how you started. How'd you get into this home brewing stuff, Doug?
I got into this sideways. I guess.
So you were drunk that day?
No. I worked in the beer business for a lot of years, and in the early to mid '90s, I was working in a craft beer bar, one of the first ones in Chicago, in the Chicago area, and
Like
then
Goose Island, one of those?
then I moved on to Goose Island.
Oh,
I was
really?
actually
Okay.
the GM at Goose Island at one
No
point.
kidding.
Probably around mid '90s, it would have been the true release of Bourbon County.
So that's like Goose Island is credited with being the original barrel aged beers. Like
Correct.
Bourbon County,
Yeah.
they were
Yep.
the first to do it, right?
Pretty much. I mean, on a commercial scale, yes.
Yeah, I remember we were
Yes.
doing a podcast. I brought a bottle of Goose Island on one of our bourbon casts just to talk about it, and I think we literally called Brett on the air and said, "Hey, who was the first one to do this? Was it Goose
You are-
Island?"
yes,
and he
you
goes,
are
"Yeah."
right.
He goes, "As far as I know, Goose Island was the first ones to ever barrel age and mass produce and put it out there for sale."
Correct. And here's an
And
interesting.
you were there. That's amazing.
Here's an interesting story. So 2 years ago, they came out with the 30th anniversary of Bourbon County. Well,
Yes.
the real release didn't happen until 1995, and it collated with the 200th anniversary of Jim Beam, which were the original barrels for it.
Never heard of it.
So the true 30-year anniversary is actually this year, and
That
so
makes sense.
I
Okay.
did take a bottle of 30-year, and I've still got it in my fridge. I haven't cracked it yet, but
Is it going to be a good enough day or a bad enough day to open that sucker, right?
there's going
Will
to
it
be
still
no
be
good
good
day
enough?
or no bad day to do it. You're just going to do it, and
You're just going to do it.
I'm just going to do it. Yeah.
All right.
Good. Yeah, I've had one before, but I did put one away for the true 30-year, which would be
Great.
this year.
So what? So how long ago did you start making your own beer? Like you started like
I started a
home brewing.
little bit in the mid to late 90s. I did a few batches. I lived in an apartment in inner city Chicago. Not
all room for
ideal.
boiling. Yeah.
Not ideal. I mean, it had a huge kitchen, but it was just not ideal for doing this kind of stuff. And I had done a little work with some guys that ran a homebrew shop back in the day, and I have some friends that were very early on the pioneers of home brewing in the Chicago area, and these guys have really gone on to do great things. But so I got a little bit of a start that way, but I realized that's not it. You know, fast forward to about maybe 10 years ago when I started to get into it, and come back to it and leaning into it. And I wasn't going to lean into it in kind of a pedestrian way. I'm coming in fully loaded here, you know. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it the right way.
What did you bring tonight to show off to your fellow craftsmen?
So I've got an Oktoberfest here.
'Tis the season.
Yep. So I don't want to spill on anybody's computer or gear.
We'll make it
so I'll try to be as careful as I can.
So this is there's lots of stories out there about how Oktoberfest existed. I always heard it was all the beer that was left over from the whole year. They mixed it together and they all drank it, and they drank it to clear the tank so they could make the beer for next year.
That's
and
your
I always thought
version.
that was kind of a crazy dumb story.
Yeah,
No, that's a crazy dumb story, and it's
Okay.
sort of mixed in with the other
myth of Bock beer, where that's when they clean out the tanks.
They clean out the tanks, yeah.
No,
it's
no.
not. Okay.
It's a style.
It
It's
is
brewed.
in the States malty style.
It's
of beer.
American. That is the true style of the Oktoberfest. So,
but the Oktoberfest beers you see all the women in the commercials carrying look a lot lighter in color than this.
So for
Is
your
this the American Oktoberfest?
no, this is actually, and I never do these, right? So this is a kit. And this is another thing that I never do. I never screw up a batch of beer, but
Well, you never can screw up a batch of beer, right?
never say never, right?
Well, you don't
Never.
screw it up. You just start over.
Well,
Or you
that's what I
blend it.
did. I took a beer and the mash turned into mashed potatoes, and before I got too far into it and got too frustrated, I just dumped it in the compost bin. And I had won this kit at the Michigan Homebrew Festival.
Okay.
Looked decent enough, so here we go. You know, I switched out the yeast because typically the yeast in these kits is old, or it's dry yeast. It's not what you're going to do good things with.
Okay.
So,
But I'll tell you what, brewing those kits, though, is an easy way for somebody to get into the hobby, though.
Well, that's first of all, name, rank, and serial number. You just jumped in here unannounced.
no, I'm uninvited. I was invited.
I said unannounced.
Unannounced.
Duke Turner, president of the Cooney Guild of Brewers here.
Thanks for having us here tonight, Duke.
Hang out with you guys, man.
Thanks for having us here.
And so, by the way, I didn't say this, but I'm vice president.
So we got the president,
top brass.
Oh, the brass.
Yeah.
Oh, how was that speech by the president the other
royalty in
day?
the house,
When,
fellas.
when the president called you all the Quantico, how was that speech? You know, all the generals and admirals here. That's how Oktoberfest tastes. I must tell you, the Oktoberfest that they're doing here at Kunin's is one of the best Oktoberfests I've ever had. I mean, it is like, you got to be either better or worse than that. That's like it should be the standard. I've never had a commercially bought one that's as good as this. This is nice. It's lighter. It's homebrew carbonated, which people got to understand that it doesn't quite have the bubbles that your can is going to have.
And it's in a howler, and it's been out and about, and it's been being served for the last hour and a half.
Right,
so
right.
there's going to be a little bit of dissipation in the bubbles. It was probably carved when I took it out of
That's fair.
my basement.
Doug, we're lucky to get to taste it, and we're lucky to have you come tell your story and that stuff about the foundation of where you came from and how you got into this business.
Island, yeah.
It's so cool, and that's what we're looking for tonight, is how these hobbyists got their passion, where it came from, and like how many hours a month do you spend thinking about beer?
Too much.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've done. So I worked for other breweries. I worked for Scottish and Newcastle Brown Ale.
Yeah, sure.
I've also had a long-running podcast for a lot of years called Beer Nuts.
I've heard it. So Newcastle is sort of a founding father, along with like Steamboat, of like the first craft, the non-Miller Lights, Bud Lights I saw in the 90s in a college bar. It was like Newcastle. I'm like, that's not the same color as the other beers, and that, you know, you would see maybe a Guinness can here or there.
It had a hip following for a lot of years.
It did. And now I
really
first started bartending 25 years ago. It was a big deal.
Late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
It could do no wrong. I mean,
Newcastle
it was just,
and Anchor Steamboat were the only two beers that weren't like Bud Light that were at the college bars that I ever remember seeing.
An interesting fact about Anchor is the first craft beer I ever had was an Anchor Porter. And that was in the, I'm going to age myself here, but, you know.
Well, you're on camera, so you just age yourself.
In the 80s. I look really young for my age, you know. But in the 80s, and I found an Anchor Steam beer, Anchor Porter.
Anchor Porter.
And it was mind-blowing. I mean, the amount of flavor that came out of that beer. And, you know, the first sip of it was like, oh, my God, this is crazy. But then I kept coming back to it. And I think at that point I was hooked, you know.
Yeah. There we go. Doug, thanks so much for hanging out and sharing your story of your hobby and your passion.
Thank you very much.
It's very cool. So now we're going to shift over to the president,
You can hang out. You can stick around.
Oh, I have to go. You can hang out. Duke, how you doing tonight?
Living the dream.
Thank you for letting us crash your party.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I always crash it, but I don't bring my friends and microphones all the time. So
fair enough.
This is going to be a monthly thing. It's going to happen every month.
Every month. All right. Got to bring some new stories.
You're now how did you go from a guy who made his first batch of beer to the president of the KGB?
I just, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to be the job, and I went and applied, and they voted me in.
So your first batch of beer, when you first got the bug, how did that happen?
It was my wife's fault.
Well, that's the first time I've heard that tonight.
Wait.
And
that was your wife's fault?
Yes, it's all my wife's fault. She bought me a Mr. Beer kit.
Was it a Christmas gift, birthday
yes,
gift?
she knew I love craft beer.
Okay.
And been a craft beer snob for a long time, so she bought me a Mr. Beer kit, and that started the whole thing downhill.
So what does she think about that now?
She loves it.
Love it.
Yeah, because I brew a lot of beer that she likes. So
there you go.
Happy wife, happy life,
So
right?
do you use her as a like a test subject to say, what do you think of this?
Yep, all the time. All the time. I bring stuff upstairs out of the carboy, and just be like, here, try this. Here, try this. Here, try this. You know?
See, my partner's a red wine drinker, so it takes like 9 to 10 months for me to give her a taste of anything I'm making.
I make that too, so I do everything.
Yeah, mine's all about the IPA. So if it is an IPA, it's not getting drank.
Wow, that's very unusual.
My wife started out only liking stouts, and now she loves an IPA, and she hated IPAs when I first started brewing beer.
Gravitated her towards,
and
okay,
I converted
try
her.
this hop.
She's
okay,
a
try this
convert.
hop. I love that.
When I do
so
tastings, like we all know Brad Teague. I don't want to be mean to people who are making a good product, so I just leave them off. Just not my thing. But I get it, and I also get the subtleties and the differences of what everyone, how they're all, a little bit different here, a little bit different there, all the different styles. So, Duke, what did you bring tonight to show off to your legion, your legion of followers, your constituents?
Yes.
It's a all over the board craft beer night for me. I've got an American lager, which if you guys want to try what's left of that, because unfortunately everybody else has been enjoying it. But I basically brewed that. Second time doing an American lager. This one I added some Bloody Butcher corn to it instead of just a regular flaked corn adjunct.
All right.
And
this is so usually the craft beer guys, they're making everything but an American lager, right? They're going as
I'll tell you, it's hard to beat what the commercial guys do, because consistency is the name of the game, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's the beauty that I give them credit for that all the time.
As much as people knock the macro brews, consistency is impeccable.
A Coors Light tastes the same in Florida, Texas, Portland, Detroit.
And for guys like us, I mean, when we brew a beer a second time, we're looking for it to taste the same that we brewed it the first time, and the fourth time, and the seventh time.
Those master brewers. I mean, talking to Brad and Eric and these guys, they've always given them a ton of credit. The macro brewers for how they keep that product consistent.
I mean, people knock them all the time, but
lawnmower beers have a purpose.
I still love my lawnmower beer.
They serve a role.
They do great on the golf course.
They do great on the golf course.
Want to slam a few in your bag and go out golfing.
Who were you trying to? What was your goal with this? You were trying to clone anything or mimic anything?
Clone. I was just trying to make a nice, easy drinking standard American lager with. My goal with this was to make one without flaked maize. I wanted to make it with Bloody Butcher ground corn as my corn base for it. And I think the corn jumps out at you. It's very sweet, very corny.
It's got a beer nut feel to it. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's got a beer nut feel to it.
I see what you did there.
You like that?
Who would be commercial equivalent? Who's doing that? Anybody?
Maybe
that's the beauty of this.
Craft breweries, but that's about it. It's not something that you're going to find
I've never
one of the
heard
big
of that as a bill on anything that anyone's selling. So that's very cool.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Clean tasting beer.
You like it?
I dig it. It's very clean. It's just like a craft brew lawnmower with a little bit of flavor.
Correct.
And it's
I
very
was
clean. It's very. I almost want to say it's so clean that I'm like, is it really beer? Because I don't feel I'm drinking beer. I feel I'm drinking something clean that's got a flavor to it. That's
I remember this is mostly a bourbon and cocktail podcast. We don't do a lot of beer unless I bring the beer in. I'm the beer nerd.
So,
that's what he's saying. So
I got 2 other beers that I brought with me. One is what I do every year. It's a basil wit. So it's a wit beer, a Belgian wit. That I actually had basil from our garden too.
No,
okay.
And it is fantastic. It's got coriander, grains of paradise, a little chamomile, and some cardamom in the actual grain.
And these are spices you added to it, not that the flavor. Okay.
So
Bill always talks about.
and once again, this is not something that I'm chasing from another brewery.
Right.
This is just something that I just love to do every single year. So
that's good.
My wife loves this beer, and you got to keep the wife happy.
Oh, the basil hits
just
you
the basil right up top.
Right in the snot locker.
Did you say snot locker?
Yeah.
Okay, I
The
just want to
basil
make sure
hit me right in the
right.
snot locker.
Snot locker.
It smells. It smells like a garden.
On this ABV
That one's probably about 5.5.
Okay.
This is super herbal.
Yeah.
Too herbal for you?
For me. But, I mean, this is the kind of beer I could drink a full one of these and be like, let's share it. And I'll drink it. If I went to like a pint of this, I don't know that I'd get through it.
No.
Well,
It's,
maybe
the
if you
nose is insane.
If you had a bowl of hot chili.
Okay, but I tell you what, the whole table now smells. You can smell the nose on this, the garden, which is quite impressive. I mean,
so with the amount of.
But that's only a half ounce of basil that I actually added to the beer.
With the amount of cannabis that's out there,
grown,
and the water that's infused with, this is kind of reminiscent of that, but it's alcoholic.
What's that?
With the amount of cannabis that's out there and the water that's infused with your cannabis, if you will, this is very reminiscent of that, but it's not that. That's when I get the herbal from it. I feel like this would be like more of a cannabis water.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm impressed at just how much a half ounce of basil and how much a 5 gallon
5 gallon batch
and a 5 gallon batch.
Yep.
Wow. That sticks.
Again, we're a bourbon. We like our bourbon, our whiskey. We don't do beer very often, but that's what I kind of get out of that.
And that's the kind of stuff you can do with these home brewers. This is the recipes and the experiments that the guys have fun with.
Yeah, I mean that's the best part about brewing itself is it's like cooking and science. Like
the amount of
combined,
chemistry degrees out here, and
it's like you're trying to stick to like the science, but at the same time, it's like you're cooking and you're like, let me add a little bit of this and see what it does, and let me add a little bit of that and see what it does.
And a little bit of what do I have on hand? What's grown in my garden? What can I use?
Correct.
I've used.
And then the last thing I have is a barley wine for you, gentlemen.
I'm just telling them how much I love barley wine. It's my favorite American style of beer.
I know because you love hoppy beers.
Well, I don't like IPAs, but I love barley wines.
Ah, okay.
Barley wines and sours.
Yeah,
I like my Belgians.
I thought you were pulling my leg on that one.
No, I love my Belgians and I love my barley wines. So, like I said, you guys had your first barley wines tonight.
Yes. All right, just a little bit for me, sir. Thank you.
Oh, that's a smell I dig.
This is the barley wine or barley?
Yeah. Who had the barley wine?
It's about 9.2%.
I don't know if you weren't sitting down when I was talking about how I found Schrodeck's Meat Market in Hamtramck. I live down the block from it.
Okay.
It has a Polish barley wine by a company called Komras, Komoras. They're $7 a bottle for a pint. And that's now my baseball watching, sit down and crack the Polish barley wine. It's become my favorite style.
Okay.
I really enjoy it. This is a hoppier barley wine than I'm used to.
Right. It's a fresh barley wine.
Yeah.
So in about a year, it'll probably really mellow out, and it won't be as hoppy.
And
it's still new.
They're always barrel aged when I get them here.
Right. Correct.
Is there a website? What does it take to join the Guild of Brewers? Is it just through Kunin's or is it
KGOB.org?
KGOB.org.
Yep. That's our website.
It's their Facebook group. Is how I crash their meetings.
All right. So, and
What we
is
do
it
on the
open? Can
page.
people join if they're interested or no experience, some experience? What do you need to join?
It's 25 a year, I think.
Yeah, 25 a year. It's an
25 a
extra
year to
$1
join.
for PayPal fee.
And
That's
it's a great way to I'll tell you. So I think I'm brewing like my second batch of a 5-gallon beer in my driveway. I started in 2014. So I'm on my second batch of beer, and this guy pulls up at the end of my driveway, and he's like, "Hey, what are you brewing?" And I'm like, "Holy shit! Can I cuss?" Sure.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, we're
I'm
not
like,
FCC
"Holy
regulated.
shit! This
We're
guy
okay.
knows I'm brewing beer." I was just like, so I'm over there shooting shit with him at the end of the driveway, and he's like, "Are you in a club?" I'm like, "What the hell is a club?" He goes, "A homebrew club." And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Okay." He goes, "Well, I'm with the Coonan Guild of Brewers. We meet over at Coonan's on the 1st of every month." He goes, "What are you doing next Monday?" Because that was the next meeting, and I knew I was off from work, and I was just like, I'm like, "Nothing, man. I'll be up there." So I came up for one meeting, and I was just like, "Take my damn money, man. I'm in." I was just like, "Holy shit!" And that, I will tell you, for anybody that wants to get into brewing, get into a club, because it is the best thing that you can do for your brewing, because you can bring your things in and have people try them and give you honest feedback if you're willing to take honest feedback, whether it's good or bad.
Right.
And just have, nobody's going to have great beer all the time, and you just need to sit and take the feedback that comes to you. And that was the best thing that I ever did was to join this club 10 years
say
ago.
not everyone's going to have great beer all the time, but no one brings their bad beer to this club meeting.
Yeah, we do.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. If I'm looking for the feedback of what I did wrong, I will bring it. Yeah.
Okay. That's even better. That's cool. That's very cool.
Because him and I, we enter a lot of competitions because we like to win things. So I like the feedback that we get from things.
We're going to wrap it up. We're going to have another call it contestant.
So we're going to take my son over here?
Yeah. We're going to take the youngster.
All right. Are you driving me home, August?
I am driving you home. No, I'm not.
Anyways, I'm going to give you my son.
Yeah, fellas. Appreciate
Sean,
you.
dude, thanks, guys, for sitting down with us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, I got something for you. Hang on. You calling me fat? All right.
All right. Name, rank, and serial number.
I don't have a rank.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's my password. Calm down.
Welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour.
Hello.
Matt Fox, Jimmy Flanagan.
Hey. Well,
I'm August. I've been crashing your parties for a while. I'm also wearing a Blake Cider hat.
I love it.
Yes.
It's I got engaged there, so.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
So how did all that happen? You got down on one knee, or was she expecting it? Or
No, not expecting it. I fooled her about a record player for her the night before, so she did not expect it. It also was raining. It had just rained. It's a little muddy. We were in the apple trees, so I had a connection.
it's per minute or 45?
I definitely would have been the 45, not
All
the
right.
33. No weird. Yeah.
So you got engaged at Blake's.
Yep.
All right. So what got you into this realm of brewing?
Oh.
What do you have here? What?
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about your childhood.
Yeah, there
My
it is.
childhood. That's a pretty good childhood.
Or your brewing childhood. What was your first foray into the?
So it's really funny. So when I went to college, most people underage drink at college. It's not a. It's not an unknown secret.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Crazy talk.
Yeah. But anyway, so moving in with Dad, you guys just saw him, Duke.
Duke is your actually as your dad.
Biological dad.
Okay, wasn't
No,
just being
he
goofy.
wasn't. No, this is my biological dad. That is my father.
Okay.
Legitimate.
Cool.
Yep.
Go on.
Yep. Yeah.
So we know your origin story now.
Yeah. A little
Like more
bit.
than we expected.
Yeah, probably.
It was the glasses. It really was.
But gave me one. He gave me. We kind of had a heart-to-heart in the car before I finished moving all the way into my first dorm. And he's like, "You're gonna drink." He's like, "I know that." He's like, "Just drink good
Just
beer.
wear a condom.
Just drink good beer."
Oh,
that's what he told me. Yeah,
just wear a condom while you're drinking.
That's exactly the advice we gave
At
to
the same time?
Oh, and
Colin. Don't drink
good beer
cheap
and wear
booze.
condoms.
At the same time.
At the same time.
All
Yes.
right.
So did you start making beer the same time your dad did?
No, I was a few years removed because he started while I was at college. I went to Western, so I was on the other side of the state.
Okay.
Much. So he's kind of started getting into it from that side of things. But he was already into craft beer. Our fridges downstairs were pretty packed with some good beer, and I had already had some samples across the board of some good things.
Sure.
So have you taken your brewing journey into a professional level, or are you still just doing it at home?
Well, sort of. It's the brewing side is still at home, but I do work at Griffin Claw. I'm one of the tap
because
room
I'm
managers.
noticing the.
Oh yeah. I'm one of the taproom managers at Griffin
So
Claw.
you know Pat over there.
I do know Pat. Yep, I know.
So
Pat,
what do you,
I know
as a taproom manager, what is it that you do?
I just help. I
move the kegs, dumbass.
It's one of the things I do. That's not far off. No, I basically just I'm a restaurant manager.
Okay, all right.
Per se, but I kind of focus on the more on bar manager role stuff. I guess if I was to define my role down a little bit.
But still having fun at home, making stuff. So what do we got? What is happening today? What are you going to do to us here?
Oh, I've got my fresh hop pale ale.
Fresh hop pale ale.
Yeah, so I grow a couple plants of cashmere hops, a Cascade hop, and then Southern Cross. So
that is all like foreign language to most of our listeners who are bourbon and booze guys.
Okay, yeah.
So that's why we always want to talk about
Blake's
this.
Okay, yeah. Hops are a plant. And I grow them up my backyard.
Well, that part we got.
You said cashmere.
Cashmere hops.
I'm going sweaters.
Okay,
right.
cashmere hops are kind of it's my favorite hop. Personally, it's a little bit of lemon lime, some light resin.
So is there like GHB? Like you said, resin. There's like
no, not that kind of resin.
Okay,
resin. I did mess around with some cannabinoids for a minute though, and infusing some liquor though.
Okay.
I did infuse some gin with some cannabinoids, not the psychoactive side, just all the other flavor and other terpene sides of things.
Okay.
So is this like what's the profile? How would you describe the profile? Is it to go with food? Is it to go with summer? Is it to go with what?
It's a clean, easy drinking.
To go with drinking.
So go with drinking.
Yeah, it's I mean, food wise, if I was pairing it, probably it's a pretty subtle profile with a little bit of citrusness. So.
chicken, fish.
Yeah, I was gonna say lighter puff.
Who cares?
Some
They're all
light things
dead.
up to-
So,
yeah.
Let's crack that bad boy open. What do you got? I'm just excited. I'm just.
He's got an empty glass and he's thirsty.
I know.
That's at the end of the day.
That works.
That's what it
That's
is.
good. Whoa.
Sorry, I'm a bartender.
I like
have
your pour.
happy hands. All right.
That's okay. We like happy hands.
Happy
Better
birthday.
than mad hands. I bartended for 18 years. I get it.
Listen, they're not shaky, but I shoot with this hand.
Exactly.
You know this crowd's having a good time when there's about a third less people, but it's a third louder than it was when we were all here.
That's fair. That's very fair.
play.
This is we get into the diehards now. But
Oh, that's clean.
yeah.
How much did you make this? You do the 5-gallon batch was like the standard? Okay.
Yep.
So do you and your dad have brew offs?
No, we actually, it's funny. Him and I have a tendency to brew different things. We don't normally brew the same thing to compete against each other.
Who's better than which one tastes better than the other?
Yeah,
Nothing like
no,
that?
we haven't. We
Don't
haven't
like
done
battle
that.
around Christmas and got who's
We
you put out that
should.
beer, put out that beer.
That
and
might not be a
who
bad
goes?
idea. I mean, for one of these, I mean, we got enough people around. That might not be a
You got a
bad
couple
idea.
months. Yeah, it's got a couple months. Yeah.
Sounds like we could get this going. He's hosting a Cowboys Lions watch party, so
There you go.
we could get something going by then. So
This is really, really good. And
yeah,
What were you shooting for? What was your goal?
yeah.
Yeah,
Fresh hops?
just not really any real profile, just a standard pale ale with using just my fresh hops.
With your own stuff. Yeah.
Cashmere, right?
I picked, and then the next day I picked it on a Tuesday night, and then on a Wednesday I brewed it.
So you do like a 5-gallon batch when you brew. How many 5-gallon batches throughout the year would you say you make?
Oh shit! I mean,
I heard there would be no.
Because you're like skinny. I don't know how much beer is he drinking? He's being that skinny.
I have at least a couple of beers every day of my life. Literally every day of my life.
So your metabolism must be fucking crazy, right?
You met my dad.
Yeah,
you met my dad.
Fair play.
The old man's skinny.
He's 4 inches taller than me.
So it's genetic. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. So, but too. My mom's 5 foot and weighs nothing. So
every month you're doing a couple every month.
I would say I have in rotation. Some of them empty out, and some of them are just kind of stay. I have like 10 5-gallon kegs, or 10 kegs in rotation every so often.
What's your workspace at home look like?
I have it's like a 10 by 25 room that's in my basement where all of my
Just
my
your gear and
fridge,
your
my
stuff,
refrigerator.
Are y'all like Breaking Bad in the suit with the breather and everything?
No, it's not quite that intense. It's not quite that intense in the alcohol making.
This is what I'm seeing.
So that's where
This is where I'm going.
Walter Jr., you need to slow your roll, Walter.
Then I have a propane set up in my garage. And
How
then I
quickly
also
can we
have
turn this into a meth lab? It's just I want to know.
I mean, the electric system could go nuts real quick. I mean,
Hey, if we're cooking, we're cooking.
And,
Can the
You're
beer
brewing
be
the
blue?
driveway. That's
Cooking
how
is
good homebrewer
cooking,
brews in
right?
the driveway where everyone can see.
Can the
Let
beer
neighbors
be
know.
blue?
I mean, I do the distilling in the basement.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
He does it on the
I
road.
make hand sanitizer.
Yeah, that's it.
I have 2 children. They're messy, and my wife's a nanny. So there's a lot
you
of
go.
gross germs in my house. Hand sanitizer.
And so
Wiping
we
the
are
counters.
wrapping up here. Is there anything else? Well, you brought over 3 bottles. What else do we want to taste here? Those little ones. Is this a mead?
This is a mead.
So you make meads too, and you guys, the club
Literally-
goes all kinds of crazy with this.
Oh,
stuff.
This is the other 10 by 25 room.
I got mead, wine, cider. So I do a little bit of it all. I got 10 gallons of cider coming next week.
Tell me this mead. What kind of honey did you start with? What'd you do?
So this is a bochet macadamia blossom. So caramelized macadamia blossom.
Macadamia?
Yeah, macadamia.
As in the nut?
The nut,
the trees, the blossoms from the trees. Yeah.
Yep. And then some just wildflower on the back end.
And it's
then,
amazing how much it'll taste like that just from the honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
and
smell
then,
it.
and
'cause
then
smell it
there's
right
some hazelnut in there.
See, hazelnut's one of my favorites. So.
I knew there was a different.
Fascinating.
There was a nose on it, but then
Wow.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
is
know what the nose
fascinating.
was. So you said hazelnut.
The
I'm like,
nuttiness is like, wow, it comes right out in
That
the
is
honey.
fascinating. It really is.
That is
it's
pretty
like, it's like
great.
the nut dipped in honey. Yes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can I put that in my coffee and just have a really good day?
You probably could. Yeah, you'd have a great day, I'm sure.
You can put that nut honey in your coffee.
I mean, you could probably just
You don't know me.
just forgo the coffee altogether, and you have an even better day.
That was my
Yeah,
nickname in
Oh,
college.
boy.
Nut honey?
Yeah.
All right, just making sure.
Oh my.
So,
Oh wow.
That's gorgeous.
All right. I think we've tried enough, gentlemen. We got to get home tonight.
I know.
Eventually.
Thank you.
yeah.
That's
it's a Monday night. You guys
It's a
are
Monday
nuts.
With
It's a
us. That
We
was,
are.
Train,
Later.
trained professionals.
Yes.
yeah.
Mondays
Using
are
that
usually in
quotation.
studio drinking, so it's a
Ah.
different in Southfield. So
Yeah.
we brought it out specifically because we knew you guys were here tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we wanted to get some stories of the hobby, and we always drinking all this professional stuff and having these liquor reps will come in and tell us about all their products, folks.
You guys
make
are
this
doing
stuff
it
at
for
home.
the love and
You're doing it
passion,
for the love and the
fun of it.
passion.
Yeah.
And we thought it'd be cool to connect with you guys and hopefully maybe get some other people involved in the hobby.
Just get the word out, you know? Just,
Yeah.
Dude, we want this club to be like the entire brewery.
Oh,
We would
yeah.
love to see everybody here.
It can be at Christmas. It is.
Oh yeah.
All right, that's fair.
Yes, I go to the Christmas parties.
right.
So,
Oh yeah, that's a good time.
gentlemen,
thank
thanks
you.
for being here.
Thank you. That is Matt Fox.
That's Jamie Flanagan right there.
And that's August Gitschlag right over there.
All right. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we're going to do it all again very, very soon. Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers,
fellas.
everybody.
Awesome.
Nastrovia.